Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today I'm going to be playing Poison Storm, one of my favorite decks. This deck looks to infect your opponent with Infectious Inquiry or something like Prologue to Phyresis, and then once they are infected, we are going to proliferate that infect counter on them with contentious plan, experimental augury, steady progress, and vivisurgence insight, which are all card draw spells. That means that this deck just draws cards and wins the game, which is always fantastic. This version, I'm doing a slight rebuild. I had seen that Cosmic Charles had a lot of success playing a version of his deck with Manamorphose in it. So I'm cutting my Lotus Petals, bringing in 4 Manamorphose, and then I'm going up a land to 17 lands and modifying the mana base a little bit. We have 4 Hickory Woodlot and 2 Sandstone Needle instead of 2 Peat Bog. I might go up 1 Needle or 1. I don't know if I want to have 1 more depletion land or not. I think maybe yes, and then we'll go down on basics a little bit. Okay, we'll go from there. But the idea is that we have a lot of depletion lands, which makes all of our big mana stuff better. We have a large amount of green and red, which can be used for the Manamorphose, and then the sideboard Breath Weapon. And then the depletion lands, having a large amount of those, makes your Everflowing Chalice and your Pentad Prism better. Here I'm choosing to play 3 Everflowing Chalice and play 4 Steady Progress. Other people, like Charles, like Bryant Cook, have been playing Thirsting Roots, which is a single mana proliferation. Thirsting Roots is single mana proliferation for just green, and it also can search out a basic land. I think that's okay, but my favorite part of this deck, here's Thirsting Roots for you. My favorite parts of this deck is just having a ton of mana and slamming big draw spells. So I think it's better that way. I don't know if it's better, but I think Thirsting Roots is just, it's good if you want the mana. It's not good if you actually want cards, which is why I'm playing Steady Progress. Steady Progress is better with the Everflowing Chalice because I have more mana to cast the Steady Progress, so it won't be a big deal. All right, so that's out of the way. Sideboard, we have 4 Counterspell, basically, with Bring the Ending, 4 Hydroblast for the burn decks, 3 Breath Weapon to clear the board, and then 4 Moments Peace to try and stall. I think this deck will just obliterate Gates decks, obliterate anything slow. It's going to be tough into Terror, it's going to be tough into Mono Red, and definitely Elves. But the metagame is all over the place, so let's see how we do. I'll see you in the matches. This video is brought to you by Card Market, Europe's largest TCG marketplace. Bristol Pauper League is hosting an IPT on June 6th at Loco Club Bristol in Clock Tower Yard. £1,000 in prizes. We've got altars, we've got playmats, and Skurras showing up. Register with the link in the description. You should absolutely be there. We're in round 1 versus Alexander Weber of the PFP. Let's see if I can do a good showing here. We have Prologue plus Weather, some number of lands, Vivisurgence Insights coming up. I think I keep. A little bit concerned. We don't know what my opponent is doing. I'll play the Scary. The other major issue that I have right now is I can't proliferate with this Steady Progress at the moment. They play okay, so it looks like they're on Blackburn, playing an Okiba Wrecker and Raid. I'll play out this Hickory Woodlot and pass. Blackburn's going to be a little bit easier for us because of the number of weather storms we're playing. They ping me. Plays a Black Mage's Rod. A Snap would be okay, maybe. So I have Everflowing Chalice. That's a good draw. Cast with Multi-Kicker 1. And then I will Steady Progress. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'm looking for a land. Did not find a land. Okay, we're a little bit under the gun. They play a Mephitic Draught, putting me to 17. Get to attack for 2, putting me to 15. Orzhov Basilica. Interesting. I wonder what the white is for in their deck. Go to 15. Do I find a land? I did not find a land. I have, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I have 6 mana right now. So I can try Manamorphose looking for a land. Let's go Manamorphose. We'll go blue-green. Find Infectious Inquiry. I will play... I have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I play Steady Progress. I'll have 4, then I can go Prologue into Weather. So let's do that. Steady Progress. 1, 2, 3. Now I have 4 mana. Okay. That took me a second, but I figured it out. And then Oh, that didn't work. Darn, I didn't figure it out. Cast Weather Storm. Your turn. I'm at 24. I don't feel safe. I can I can't cast the Vivisurgence and the Prologue. So I sort of feel like I wasted my weather. The Visitor's Insight, sacking the Mephitic Draught and drawing a bunch of cards. I think I have to just draw 3 cards using the Sandstone Needle, the Scary, and then floating a green. They play out another Okiba Reckoner Raid. Snap would be a good draw, I guess. Alright. Maybe not right away. They get in for 4, I'll go back to 15. I will draw 3 cards. 1, 2, floating a green. Alright. Didn't really get anywhere with that. I have more blue now. Let's cast the Prologue. I have a Manamorphose. I can save the Manamorphose for next turn. I think I will just Island Cycle, grabbing an island, and then pass. Storm is 2. So this turn I have to see how many cards I can draw. The nice thing is that the Manamorphose can filter the Chalice into blue mana. I'm already at 13, so they're trying to figure out if they can deal lethal this turn. They have 4, putting me to 9. Probably they can. We'll go to 9. Vault of Whispers. Plays Gray Merchant to put me to 4. I have a steady progress. Play Island. Tap all my mana. Let's start with Vivisurgence Insight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go to 2. Let's see. I can start with an experimental augury, trying to find Weather the Storm. And then I can filter this into blue a couple of times. All right, so I'll go, I have 8 mana. This will put me to 6 mana. All right, I don't know what to do. The most important thing is to find a Weather the Storm. If I could find a Prologue, if I could find a Pentad, I'd be in much better shape. So let's just try experimental augury, see if I can find a Pentad or another. Okay, I found Weather. All right, no worries. Everything's fine. Okay, I have 6 mana. Let's Manamorphose. We'll go green, blue. I have 5 mana. Cast experimental augury. Finding the snap. I like that. I'll take the snap. I got a 4. Okay. And now I can snap on your black mages or your hero token. Get it off the table. Blink. We'll untap the blue and green lands. I have 6 mana. We'll Manamorphose. Use the green and a colorless. I have 6 exactly, so it's really only just casting one spell than the other. I guess I'm going to go black, blue, finding an Everflowing Chalice. I can cast Everflowing Chalice. 1 green floating. I have 4, 5 mana. So I can either Infectious Inquiry first or cast a Weather Storm. I think I'm going to hold control, put Infectious Inquiry on the stack, then respond with a Weather Storm, gaining almost 30 life, 27 extra, -2, so we gain 25. And we found a Pentad Prism. I feel pretty comfortable now, but we'll find out if that is enough. I guess it was. We take it for game 1. That was also nerve-wracking. That's why I didn't have the combo time going. Okay, I think we just resubmit. I don't think Breath Weapon is necessarily as good as Snap, because Snap is going to help me get more Weather the Storms and more mana. Game 2. Okay, so Weber has kept 7 cards. I have no proliferation, no early mana. I think this is a mulligan. They might also have duress effects. Okay, this is much better, I think. What do we put back? We can, guess put back the Lorien. We are looking for a cheaper proliferation effect. Otherwise, I have to wait until turn 4 to go Chalice into Vivisurgence Insight, which is not very strong. Opponent leads on a Bojuka Bog. They had to get their tap land out of the way. I find steady progress, so we'll play out the Woodlot. That's the turn. Turn 2, Scary plus Chalice. Turn 3, we steady progress, but looks like they're going to duress me. No, it's an Okiba Reckoner Raid, which will ping me for 1. They play Basilica to pick up the Bojuka Bog. Lots of tap lands over there right now. Bit of a slow start for them. We'll get the Chalice on the table. Now I think if they don't duress my steady progress, I just play my Peat Bog and pass, and look to go for steady progress plus Weather Storm in response to everything that they've done on their turn and try to get a bigger weather. Manamorphose is nice. Peat Bog, pass. Morphose can give me a little bit more Weather the Storm. Okay, we lose a life. They flip a Okiba Reckoner Raid. They have a 2/2 Menace. Menace doesn't really matter to me right now. I don't have any blockers. Plays Refurbished Familiar. Okay. Discard the Hickory Woodlot. Let's Steady Progress. And I actually think I'm not going to cast the Weather. I'm going to take my turn, because then this is tapped. Yeah, this gives me the ability to maybe go a little bit bigger. Lay out the land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Vivisurgence Insight. We draw 3 cards. We could proliferate onto their Okiba Reckoner raid, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want that. Let's play a Pentad Prism. Tap and use the blue. Cast Experimental Augury. We have a Snap or a Lorien Revealed. I'll take the Lorien and then cast another Experimental Augury. We'll take the Vivisurgence Insight, just stocking up on big plays. I like it. Heck yeah. And then I can make green, Manamorphose. We'll go blue, green. Boom. Gain 18. I'm at 34. I can start the turn by casting a Lorien Revealed. I want to draw into my poison spells. They have a Hopeless Nightmare, so we have to discard a card. Discarding Island. Then they have a Duress. I knew they'd have a Duress eventually, but I have 2 draw 3s. And they just scooped. GG's. We'll see you in round 2. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, match 2. We are on the play. We have we've got the Pentad. I like that a lot. I'm keeping. The issue is just not having enough. We don't have any proliferation. So will it be good or will it be really bad? Leading on Sandstone Needle. Turn 2 Pentad Prologue and then hope to draw a bunch of lands. Our opponent plays a Citadel Gate on green. This is a matchup that I was hoping to play against, and we'll find out if it's good, right? Actually, here I have Chalice. Cast Chalice. Then we'll Prologue. Found a Scary. So this turn I can just maybe play the Pentad Prism on 1 with the Island and the Chalice, and then play the Scary. Then the next turn, burn my Sandstone Needle just to draw 3 cards, make the Pentad bigger. Since I have the artifacts in play, I think burning the land is probably fine. This is one of those matchups I think my opponent just doesn't have a chance, but I don't want to be proven wrong. They go white-green for an Outlaw Medic. I'll play Scary, play the Pentad. Best draw for me is a 2-mana Proliferation, or even maybe a Snap. Probably not a Snap. Okay, they've got an Armadillo Cloak on their Outlaw Medic. It's a 3/5 getting in. They gain 3 life. Play out the Hickory Woodlot. Burn the land. I wonder if I want to keep the Chalice up. I think I will keep the Chalice up. Let's draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it to 2. I'm actually going to cast my Infectious Inquiry here. I'll pass the turn. Found a Weather Storm. They have a Heap Gate. They'll get in for 3 again, maybe. Plays a Gate Creeper Vine, so that gives them Basilisk Gate on the next turn, which is a solid chunk of damage. Plays another Outlaw Medic. Gets in for 3. We go to 12. I'll play my Scary out. Play Vivisurgence Insight. Draw 3 cards. Put you to 4. So this is an interesting point. Here we can... Did I not actually click my Chalice? That stinks. We'll play the Chalice out using the other Chalice. And that kind of filters the mana and allows me to keep going here. Play Contentious Plan. Put you to 5. Okay, everything's correctly clicked. We have a lot of Manamorphose going on. I'll Manamorphose, green, colorless. We'll make blue and green. And I'll Manamorphose again, green, colorless. Make blue and green. And I'll Manamorphose again, just filtering for blue, green again. Finding a Pentad Prism. Finding a Steady Progress. We'll just play Pentad and then make green, Weather Storm. Boom. Back to 36. They have 8 damage coming in, potentially. Casting Malevolent Rumble. They've got another Armadillo Cloak and more gates. I don't know what you take. They probably were looking for another Basilisk so they could put a little bit more pressure on. They just take the Manor Gate and pump up their guy. It'll be 8. We'll go to the healthy life total of 28. I've got 4 artifacts in play. So this is what I love about this kind of build. Now I'm just jamming. I'm, making a lot of mana here. We'll Steady Progress. I'll use the green mana, floating as much blue as possible. And they concede. Ha! So the steady progress actually made me mana because I had so many artifacts in play. What were we going to draw? They were over it for sure. We could have snapped the Armadillo cloaked up one and then drawn a bajillion cards. So they probably have Pyroblast in their deck. Snap doesn't seem amazing, but it does help a little bit. The question is, do I want the Manamorphose as a card draw spell or the snaps? And we're pretty reliant on the Manamorphose. I'm going to bring in a couple of Bring the Endings. Maybe 4, cutting a Chalice. That really takes down my ability to ramp, though. I'll just trim on 1 Manamorphose. So we have no snaps. I mean, the other option would be to go into a Fog plan, but they're kind of slow. I don't know if I need the Fog plan. This is a fine keep. We have plan. We have like tap land, tap land, tap land, you know, getting all my mana on board. One has mulligan to 5. We'll play a scary. They had led with a mana gate on red. Yeah, they're showing me that they have pyros. Plays out a basilisk gate and a gate creeper vine. I think I play the hickory woodlot just to give myself more colors and then contentious plan, but I don't have to contentious plan. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. They fetched up a basilisk gate with the gate creeper vine. Plays a land. They're holding up their mana. I'll pass after playing a Saprosan Scary. So we have 6 mana on the table on turn 3. On turn 4, we're going to have 8 mana on the table. They play out a Sacred Cat. Uh-oh. The damage is going to come in now. I'll play Sandstone Needle and pass the turn. On their turn, I'm going to cast a Steady Progress, so that if they want to pyro me, they have to use it. They have a lot of power right now. Okay, 6 damage. Digging in for 6. Okay. I'll cast a Steady Progress, and then another Steady Progress. We find Infectious Inquiry. Alright. So I'll use the red and a green Manamorphose. I didn't need to use the green. I'll go black, blue. Lay the land. Infectious Inquiry. Let's cast Experimental Augury and see if I can find an artifact. We have Bring the Ending. I guess that's fine. Protecting my big draw spells. And then I'll try another Experimental Augury. Take a Chalice. And here I just want to make some storm count. So we'll go blue-green for Manamorphose for blue-green. Casting Weather Storm. They are showing, I mean, their deck plays white, so it is a deck that could potentially be playing Dust to Dust. So we are going to go Chalice, Prism, Cantrip, 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 holding up the Bring the Ending. They show me Malevolent Rumble, finding Medic, Plains, Thraben Charm, Armadillo Cloak. They play a Plains. They can't double gate right now. They chose the Plains. They're just trying to get to the point where they can double gate. We'll go to 24. 3, 1, 2, 3. They can double gate next turn. Play the Pentad. Play Everflowing Chalice. And then some cantrips. Maybe they have an Abrade or a Suplex. I feel fine having them Bring the Ending in hand. They can deal me... They can double gate, so it'll be like a 13 or 14 power creature. Use Ancient Grudge to counter it. As Contentious Plan. We will go... Oh, they just concede. They're just over it. Very nice. I didn't even infect them there because I misclicked, but we are 2-0 on to round 3. Round 3, we are on the play. This seems like a keep. I'll keep it up. Keep it deep. So I can play the Scary. I have the Prologue. Needle can be filtered, but we're looking for proliferation. I like just getting the poison out early. Mountain for the opponent. So they are probably Madness Burn if they're not doing anything here. Play a Sandstone Needle. Pass the turn. Okay, they're not Madness Burn. They are playing Rally Red. Burning Tree into a Ren's Resolve. Finding a Mountain and a Clockwork. Feel like I have to cast the Prologue, but okay, I'm just going to pass. Okay, we found a Contentious Plan. There we go. Play Prologue. Draw a card. Play Scary. Play Plan. Make sure I actually do infect my opponent. And we can pass now. They play out a Clockwork Percussionist. This is the matchup where I'm looking... Oh, they have a bunch of Tomb Raiders. Get in for 3. Play my Peatbog. So I go Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider. I can snap both of their creatures. And then what would they do? They can't get everything on the board this turn. If I go snap on your Burning Tree, Then I can use the other mana to cast a Lorien Revealed, snap the Burning Tree, untap, cast Lorien Revealed. I'm going to float the red in case I can use the Weather Storm. Okay. So play Everflowing Chalice. Our mana is not good. We'll Manamorphose or blue-green, cast Weather Storm. I'm in dire need of a proliferation. I go Tomb Raider, gets in for 5. Tomb Raider, Lightning Bolt, Cabal. That is not proliferation. I'll play the Woodlot this turn and pass. They have the Burning Tree, and is there a Bushwhacker? It's a rally, okay. So it's a very large amount of damage. I got a 15. We have a Pentad Prism. I don't even know what I can do here. I have to just hope to draw into some proliferation. Draw? There we go. All right, I'm going to sack another land. Pentad. That's Experimental Augury. Finding another Augury. Go to 4. Okay. We'll cast another Augury. Looking for Weather the Storms. Okay, I think I have to take the Vivisurgeon's Insight. Or let's see if they're F6 here. Cast Vivisurgeon's Insight. They're not F6'd, so my snap might not resolve. Dude. Put you to 6. I will attempt to snap a token. That resolved. I'll attempt to snap another, I guess maybe the Burning Tree. Maybe just another token. I'll snap the Burning Tree. Okay, we'll cast Steady Progress, which is 7. Can I get there? We're looking for weather. Didn't find it. So they have 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to cast the Lorien Revealed and try to hit a weather. Draw 3. We hit the weather. Yes. Yes. Boom. Well, I'm glad that I cast the Lorien there because the Infectious Inquiry was only going to see 2 cards and not get there. We did lose a bunch of lands. We lost the Pentad Prism, but I have a very large amount of mana on my Everflowing Chalice. And post-board, I have the Breath Weapons. Opponent's just doing some stuff. At this point, I don't have to care, I think. We don't have black mana. Maybe I do care. Chain Lightning. Although, if I draw another Manamorphose, I can find black mana for the Infectious Inquiry. They have 6 damage, putting me to 31. Nice. Ooh, I have progress. So do I just... I think I just draw cards first. Let's draw 3. Maybe I'll find another Pentad. I found a Chalice. I'll play the Chalice out. I did find a Manamorphose. So I'll start with an Experimental Augury, floating the green. I think this is just lethal. Combo time. I love when it's lethal. Yes. Manamorphose seems pretty good. Oops. I have to make sure I Manamorphose, though. We'll go black-green. Black-green. Infectious Inquiry. And Steady Progress. Boom. So post-board, we have Hydroblast. We have Breath Weapon. We don't need the snaps or the Prologue, I think. And then we have to make 3 more cuts, which is pretty tough. We don't really want to cut too much. I wonder if it's the Chalice. And then 2 Morphos. How will this one do? I don't really want to cut any of my proliferation. And if I go down to just the 4 Infectious Inquiry, then I'm in a little bit of a sketchy position because I only have 20 ways to give them infect counters. And the first one has to be the Infectious Inquiry. This is not a keep. Single land. Mulligan. Okay. Oops. We have probably our best start here. Let's keep. Put back 1 of the weathers. Opponent's mulligan to 5. So our best start is an artifact plus a proliferation. And the Weather the Storm can be cast off the Pentad. We have a Hydroblast. I think I just play the island and leave up Hydroblast here for their 2 mana play, because they probably mulliganed into a Reckless Impulse or the Burning Tree Chains. They don't have anything, so I really want to hold up that Hydroblast. Let's pass. Clockwork. Don't think I'm afraid of a Clockwork. They'll get in for 1. I'm going to play Woodlot and then play out the Everflowing Chalice and pass. Okay. They're getting in for 1. What if they have Pyroblast? I can play Pentad Prism, but then I only have a single blue source. So then maybe I just cycle the Lorien, grabbing an island, play the island, and then I go Contentious Plan. And if they had the Pyro, we respond with Hydroblast and then cast a Weather Storm. I'll counter. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get everything proliferated. I have steady progress. I think I'm just going to progress here. It's better to have more mana, I think. And then, yeah, next turn I can play one of my Infectious Inquiries. If they blow up the Pentad Prism, I probably respond with a Weather Storm. Obviously, Hydroblast has looked good so far. It's forced them to make some poor plays. I can use my Needle plus the Pentad and draw with the Infectious Inquiry. Okay, my turn. Double Weather. Alright, I'll use the Chalice, actually, because I don't want to waste my Needle in play. We find an Augury. Let's go to your turn. They get in for 1. Alright. I feel like they have another Pyro. I'm going to hold my Woodlot. I'm looking to sneak my Experimental Augury in when they tap their mana. If they're having to discard the hand size and just attack me for 1 for a lot of turns while I make land drops, that seems like a good plan to me. Not for them, obviously. Okay. I have Contentious Plan and Experimental Augury, so I can either try to tap them during their turn. I think I'm going to cast Contentious Plan, which they may respond with a Pyroblast. Then I can respond with an Experimental Augury, potentially finding a Hydroblast. They did not respond, so things are just going poorly over there. They did have to mulligan pretty low. Lay out my Sapphire's and Scary. Let's use the red mana and cast an Infectious Inquiry. Now I have a Hydroblast. So next turn, I'll be in a fine spot. I'm at 11. Don't really need to do anything. Let's say they bolt me right now. Looks like they are going to. Now I can go Experimental Augury. Finding the Breath Weapon. Nice. Put you to 4. And then I'll just go ahead and tap my green and play a Weather and a Weather. I'm zooming. Okay, see you in round 4. We're here in round 4 versus Ocean Soul 92. The last time I saw them in the queues, they were playing Boros Tribe. They said they're on a trophy run. Okay, my turn. Actually, they're on the play. It looks like they're playing Boros Tribe or Mono Red Madness. We'll find out after this Faithless Slitting resolves, most likely. Yep, it's the Boros Tribe deck. They discarded a Blacksmith skill and a Snacker. Plays a Plains. I'm hoping not. They have the Tribe. Okay. I might just be dead. Like Contentious Plan. They're a strong player with good mulligan, and I am dead. That was mean. Let's see. I'm not sure that there's anything specifically for me to be doing here. I think Hydroblast could be good because it stops the inside out and it stops some of their card draw. So I'm going to trim around. I like the snap. Let's cut 2 Morphos and maybe just cut 1 Steady Progress. Normally that would get me really frustrated. I'm trying a thing called Positivity. We lost that game. Happy for my opponent, I guess. We were on quite a tear, so let's see if it can recover. All right, I'm on the play. Snaps are good. Pentad Prism is good. Weather Storm is good. I'll play the Woodlot and then leave that open for the potential for them to kill me on turn 2 where I can Weather Storm. They've got turn 1 looting. Discards Aurora Eidolon, Pursue the Past. I'll play Sandstone Needle. That's the turn. I'm kind of hoping that they tap their mana. They they play a Spirit Mascot. Will they leave the Eidolon in the graveyard? They pick it up. Okay, we'll go Pentad Prism into a Steady Progress. And then I guess I snap your Spirit Mascot. Now that I drew this Pentad Prism. Untap. Play a Pentad Prism. Play Steady Progress. Undo. I wanted to Weather Storm there, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out for me because I still want to be able to cast a Vivisurgent Insight. Alright, I do have the ability to cast the Insight, so let's cast Weather Storm now. I'm at 38. Opponent slaps down the Tribe. Plays Escape Tunnel. Representing Pyroblast. I think I just burn a Pentad. They didn't have the Pyroblast. Okay. And then I will go black Infectious Inquiry. Pass the turn. I'm at 36. Maybe they can deal me 36 this turn. Seems unlikely, but maybe. Okay, it's not going to happen. I love that for me. They've got Aurora Eidolon, Plains in the graveyard. Plays a Mountain. Opponent is doing math, and I don't like it. When they are doing math, it means I am getting close to dying. So 36 divided by 5 is 8. Wait, right? Oh, it's +4. So 20 is 5 cards. And then an additional, there'll be 9 cards they have to discard. I don't think that's enough. 7. Yeah, maybe they miscounted. Yeah, that's not enough. They're going to deal me 33 and then hope that that just wins. Okay. That's Everflowing Chalice for 1. That's Contentious Plan. Did a 2. I have 5 mana. So I can play the Sapper's Unscary. Play Vivisurgeon's Insight. 1. And then I don't know how I die. They have 0 cards in hand. Okay. Do I just pass? Keep my Pentad Prism alive? I think that's better than gaining a few life at the cost of my Pentad Prism. I'll pass. Casting Pursue the Past. I'm gonna say no this time. They get in for 1. Play Scary. Contentious Plan. 1. Alright. Sweet. We drew a Vivisurgeon's Insight. Can't go wrong. Cast Insight. 1, 2. I guess I use the blue. We go to 5. We'll make green. Yeah, I'll just make green. And cast Weatherstorm. They have 1 more Pursue the Past in the graveyard. Let's see. I could just go blue here. Cast Lorien Revealed. And then cast Weather. That sounds good. I suppose if they do draw a Inside Out, but they decided it's over. I was gonna say if they drew an Inside Out, we'd probably be toast. I wonder if I just cut the prologue and then I try to bring in, what do I bring in? Bring back the Manamorphose? Pretty sketchy. What's a good thing to have on the draw? You want to fast? I was gonna say some Hydroblast would be good. Yeah, that's not a keepable hand. This is keepable. We'll get rid of the Lorien. I guess we go Woodlot, then Scary. They lead on a dual land. So I suppose I play, next turn they could go Tribe. So I have to play the Woodlot this turn. They pass. I'll play a Scary and pass. They play a Crag. Okay, they pass. Nice. Play a Peat Bog and pass. We've got 4 mana now. Tribe on the table. Play Island. Get my Pentad. And then I'll Contentious Plan. If they Pyroblast, I will Contentious Plan again. And then hopefully they won't have a 3rd Pyroblast or 2nd Pyroblast. That's sort of mean. Okay, I'll make blue. We draw a card. We find a Snap. Okay, I will attempt to snap your tribe. Simply resolves. So we're going to untap, cast Lorien Revealed. They have the Pyro. And then I have a Weather. Tribe is back on the table. Play land and Contentious Plan. They don't have Pyros anymore because they're F6. We will pass. 41 is a pretty solid amount of life. Maybe not enough. Looks like they're putting me to 40. Let me find a Pentad. Okay. I'm going to try a Vivisurgeon's Insight. Hopefully they didn't draw a Pyro. They did not. Yay. Okay. We'll play a Chalice for 1. Play another Chalice. And then play an Experimental Augury. Let's keep the Hydroblast or the Weather. I think I take the Hydroblast. And then I'll just play my land out. But now I need to find my Infection. I have 19 in my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's getting sketchy. They might just, if I get way ahead, they might concede like last time. It's in for 1. Try an Augury. Get the Steady Progress. Attempt to Steady Progress. We're running out. We're running out of Infect. Manamorphose. I'll go black, green. Cast Experimental Augury. There's the Infectious Inquiry. Now, do I have enough to actually close on the game? I don't know. Play the Infectious Inquiry. Cast Vivisurgeon's Insight. We're chaining. 2 poison. Play my island. Well, it is combo time. I just don't know how much we're going to be able to get done. Let's go Infectious Inquiry. Ooh. Cast Experimental Augury. Take this Lorien. Get a 4. We have double Hydro. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Combo time, cut short. Look at how much mana I have on the table, though. I have 14 colorless mana. I have 7 mana off the Pentad Prism. They're going to start discarding. Okay. Do they have a fling? They've got the Inside Out. I decided that I'm not down with that. We want to not yield to the Aurora triggers, Eidolon triggers. How about a Hydroblast? Pop. Okay, so no Inside Out. They do get some Eidolons back. Casting Faithless Looting, they get to discard the Eidolons, huh? I think I have to protect my draw spells So I will keep my Hydroblast in my hand. They have 2 mana again. Do they have another Inside Out? They may. They have Thrilling Discovery. Okay. So do they play a land this turn? That's the question. It's turn 8. They have not played a land, so I'm just gonna let this be. You may draw some cards. Then they probably play a land and hold up Pyro. They don't have a land. They get in for a single mana. Or single damage. Not mana. My turn. Okay. We have a bunch of Lorians. So let's cast Lorien Revealed. Draw 3 cards. And then I have to start casting my cards that deal infect. So here we go. Here we go. Opponent did not want us to ruin his trophy. I didn't want him to ruin my trophy. We got the 4-0. I will see you in round 5. It's round 5. We're 4-0. Let's just keep the momentum and try to play tight and have some fun. We have a single island that I must mulligan. Mulligan. Opponent kept 7. Ooh. Okay, I think I keep. We'll get rid of a steady progress. I think the best draw for me is going to be a land. But we can Manamorphose for experimental augury. They go Lotus Petal. I don't like that. I don't like that. Blue. Lotus Petal for blue. For Generous End. So this is Tribe. Not Tribe. This is Spy combo. Which we can maybe deal with them with our snaps, our Bring the Endings in the sideboard. This is one of the matchups I was the least prepared for, I feel. They have 2 men on the table. Have a snap. I'm going to play Sandstone Needle and pass the turn. Cycles a Troll. Finding a Swamp. So 2 lands out of the deck. Plays another Wall of Roots. They have 4 mana on the table. We find an island. I'm going to start with Manamorphose. Go blue-green. Okay. Play the Chalice. And then cast the Experimental Augury. I think if I take the Woodlot, I can snap their thing. I'm probably going to draw land though. I'll take the Augury. And then I'll proliferate a negative counter, making their creature a 0/3. They cast a Winding Way. Wow, that was not a good hit for them. They've been Winding Way, land grant. They find a Quirion Ranger, which they cast. They untap his Forest as Merrick Fiend. So maybe they take the snap then? Takes the snap. I wonder if I should just take their Wall of Roots off the table. I'm going to Manamorphose. We'll go black, blue. I have a Woodlot. I'll cast the Infectious Inquiry, and then cast Experimental Augury. We'll take the Pentad. You go to 2. Neg. So now I have a lot of mana in play. And if I can live through next turn, maybe I can take their mana creatures off the table. They cast to Lead the Stampede, sacrificing one of their creatures. Another Mesmeric Fiend. Dang. They can Soggy Wildling. They're going to get in for 1, 2. Okay. Did they already use this Wall of Roots? I don't know. I think they probably used the Wall of Roots for the Sogyu. Then they can maybe untap, play the Elves. I don't know. Sogyu, Wildling, Roost Seeking for a basic. Plays the basic. Elves of Deep Shadow. Okay, so let's do our best. Pentad Prism. Into Everflowing Chalice. And then I think it makes sense to... So the options that I have, I think it makes sense to have more blue mana, because I could go Island plus Pentad, and then I have just the Pentad as a colored source, but I have a lot of Chalice mana, so maybe that's better. Okay, we're going to go Contentious Plan. Proliferate. I have a Vivisurgeon's Insights, which I can't cast. I could cycle the Island and then cast Vivisurgeons. Okay, I think I will do that. Island, okay, and then Vivisurgeon's Insight. Draw 3 cards. We have another Chalice. Cast another Chalice. Now I'm looking for a snap. Cast Experimental Augury. I found the snap. Go to 4. Make blue. Bounce your Mesmeric Fiend. Then we'll untap our 2 lands. Mesmeric Fiend in hand. Pentad Prism. We'll make a blue. Cast Steady Progress. Go to 5 poison. And then make a blue and bounce your elf. Now we're in top deck mode, but they have to redeploy everything, and Mesmeric Fiend doesn't do anything. If I find a draw 3 off the top, I could really get back in the game. They have the Mes Fiend. It doesn't do anything. I love it. But I need to find a card draw spell off the top. And I was I was really focused on what I was doing, so now I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to remember what was going on over there. They didn't have the spy as far as I know, but like they had this, they have these two left. You draw progress. You go to 6. Draw plan. We're still alive. They go to 7. Draw weather storm. Okay, that's not super helpful, but I'll keep it in hand. There's like a minor chance that they have to play a bunch of spells to get only one dread return, and then I cast weather storm. You cycle the Ent, which gives them the last creature, or the last forest. Plays forest. Plays wall of roots. Interesting. Plays elves of deep shadow. So they have mesmeric fiend in hand and 1 unknown. They get in for 2. We're looking for a draw 3. We draw weathers. I'll pass. They slap down a generous Ent. Definitely don't have a spy in hand. They're getting in. Now they could untap and then cast mesmeric fiend, I guess. They just decide not to. Okay. Experimental augury is very close to a draw 3. It's going to see a lot of cards. Find Infectious Inquiry. You go to 8 poison. Make sure I get my mana back. That's, I want the rebate. Can we do it? Draw 2. They go to 9. Oh, no. Okay. Well, we have a lot of weather storms. I'll filter Manamorphose. We'll go green. Not enough. Go weather the storm. Weather the storm. Weather the storm. Your turn. We have a lot of life. It's not enough if they do draw the spy. It's enough if they don't. They cast the lead the stampede. Will they whiff or will we be dead? Looks like they didn't find it. Not that time. So they're saying there's a chance. They plop down a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Feel like they should just also play the Sagu. Plays a Quirion Ranger. See what's in their hand. That's gone. That's gone. Mezfiend's still in hand. Plays out the Mezfiend, sees that I have an island in hand. So if they weren't going for it before, they could go for it now. Plays out another elf. We'll take 7 damage. 47 life. 20 cards left in deck. Find a Manamorphose. Just filter for blue-green, I guess. Play my island. Pass the turn. Okay, they're still top decking. I'm top decking. Okay. They don't know about the attack all. If you didn't know, you can right-click the battlefield and hit attack all. They're casting Roost Seek. Failed to find. Is this just flexing? They just Roost Seek to flex? Good for you. Good for you. Flexing on me. Well, we needed 1 more turn. Bring the Ending will come in. Weather the storms are going to come out. And that's pretty much the only thing I can do. We just have to have the counterspell at the right time. I mean, maybe the breath weapons could be fine, but it doesn't feel like it would be. Okay. On the play, we have Pentad with... I think this is going to be okay, unless they have Mass Vandals to wreck me. They mulligan to 5. What are they mulliganing to? Don't know. We have 1, 2, turn 3, Pentad, augury, plan. Play the Peat Bog. Turn 1, they lead on a forest. An elf of the deep shadow, so they probably have the Mezfiend, which is going to be really bad. We have Manamorphose. Oh no. Well, actually, and maybe just play the Pentad. Well, I'll just pass. Because Manamorphose can give me blue, at least to look to the next. So I have the color fixing for my cantrips either way. They have a Quirion Ranger. This means they have 3 mana in play. They use the 3 mana for a Lead the Stampede. So if I could find a snap, I could take them off of a lot of mana. Maybe since they have Quirions and Elves that I do want the breath weapons, they find a bunch of good stuff. Battlement's the scariest. We did find a snap. Play Pentad. Go blue. Actually, for an experimental augury, I'm definitely taking the Bring the Ending here. 2, 3. And then I can snap your elf on tap. Manamorphose. We're making blue. Cast experimental augury. I'm looking for my infect spells. We find another augury and a Manamorphose. You have the Chalice. This is tough. I think I actually want the Chalice, but that's probably not going to give me enough. Let's grab another augury and then cast experimental augury. I'll take the Sappers and Scary. Play the Sappers and Scary. Passing the turn. This turn, they play Battlement, and I just counter it. Sending them back another full turn. They played out a land. They play the... Looks like it's going to be Battlement, but it's got a counter with its name on it. Donk. No, thank you. I'll get in for 1. So what do we float? I guess we float black. Doesn't really matter. It's sort of a race to find my initial poison. They pick up their land for no reason. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. That didn't work. Now they have to discard to hand size. Maybe they just wanted to pick up their land so they could discard something. Discard Elves of the Deep Shadow. We find the poison. Let's infect. Very nice. We have a Chalice. Let's go land, cast Chalice, and then cast Contentious Plan. Put you to 2. Pass. Maybe next turn we can get it done. Actually, I don't want to F6 here because if they Mass Vandal my Pentad, I want to cast Experimental Augury. They play an Overgrown Battlement. They'll get in for 1 again, putting me to 16. They don't attack. I'll tap my lands, and then we'll just play Contentious Plan. Here we go. I have lots of mana. It's combo time. Let's just cast Vivisurgeon's Insight because I might find another artifact. We did not find an artifact. Make blue, cast Contentious Plan. Actually, cast the Experimental Augury, looking for an artifact. I'll take the Vivisurgeon's Insight. 4. I can't see very well. Okay, let's go Contentious Plan. You get a 5. Trying to use single pip stuff so that I can build up my Vivisurgeon's Insight. Go blue, blue, cast Vivisurgeon's Insight. Amazing. We drew a snap. So now I can play Scary, make blue, bounce the battlement, untap my 2 blue lands, cast a Steady Progress. We get a concession. We're 1 game away. I mean, the Brain the Endings plus Snapped worked there, but my opponent mulliganed really hard. Can we do it again? I'm excited. Okay, sideboarding was not as long that time, so. Okay, this hand does not work. Mulligan. This does things. We'll keep. I'll put back the Lorien Revealed. We can lead on maybe the Scary into Prologue or the Needle. Okay, they have a land grant showing me they have Mass Vandal. Okay, plays a forest. They have the ability to get all their lands out. Let's just play the Scary. They cycle a troll. They're probably going to Winding Way next turn. They've grabbed the swamp. It's interesting that they have Dread Return in hand, because we might be able to just counterspell 1 Dread Return. I'm very under the gun here. They cast Winding Way. I guess if they go up a ton of cards in hand, they can discard. Winding Way goes to the graveyard. They have 8 cards in hand. They'll probably discard the Dread Return. Okay. Play Sandstone Needle and Prologue. They cast Sagu. Roost Seeking. Grabbing a forest. Is that all 4 lands? Not sure. Then they have the Battlement. I think it's only 3 lands. Alright, I have to Manamorphose. We'll go blue-green or blue. Let's go blue-green. Manamorphose again. Blue-green again. We have Brain the Ending. Okay. Manamorphose. Blue-green. We found Infectious Inquiry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I think I play the Scary. Play Experimental Augury. I can take Plan, Manamorphose. Manamorphose digs me deeper so that I can play the Infectious Inquiry. I think I take Manamorphose. Okay, I'm feeling really nervous. My heart rate's going up, up, up. We found all 4 Manamorphose. A snap would be amazing. Maybe I have to cast the Brain the Ending right now. A Sagu. So that's going to be the last land on the deck, which means I'm holding Brain the Ending for their Spy. Plays an Elf. Okay, my turn. I'm going to Manamorphose. We'll go blue-black. Blue-black. I'll cast Infectious Inquiry. So now my Brain the Ending is a hard counter. And then I will pass the turn. Or I can... Yeah, I guess I'm passing. They have a Caretaker. So now this Battlement makes 2 mana. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana in play. They make 6 mana for a Troll. Okay. That's probably fine. I'll respond with the Experimental Augury. Looking for Snap. I found a Brain the Ending. But I could also take the Vivisurgeon's Insight. Oh no. 4, 5. I'll take the Brain the Ending. And then which is 4. Trying to tempo them. Trying to get ahead. Counterspell that. They might just slam Spy now. We go Lotus Petal. I think they have Mass Vandals in hand. Play the Heat Bog. Cast a Steady Progress. Put you to 5. I feel bad not being able to take that Lorien Revealed. That was maybe a mistake. I have 2 more cantrips. I can put them to 7. I have a Mesmeric. Counterspell. See if they have it. I shouldn't have countered the troll. It was bait. They debated me. And I will accept that. Plays Vandal. Plays another Vandal. They just have one card in hand, so bring the end, bring the ending. So I've used 2 bring the endings. Can I win? Probably not. Oh, they dread return the Mez Fiend. Interesting. Didn't think that could happen. I totally forgot about that. So they just have 1 dread return in their deck now. Steady progress. That's quite a draw. We're going to cast Vivisurge's Insight, Vivisurge's Insight was the draw I was talking about. We draw, bring the ending. Yes. And they played both their Vandals from hand. So I'll play this Hickory Woodlot out and pass. They're at 6. I have 2 more Infect. Oh man. This would be so amazing if I could get there, but I don't want to count my chickens. They have not yet hatched. They already got this bring the ending out of my hand. They're paying 6 mana. 7 mana. They're going to slam a Lotleth Giant. Okay. I take a bunch of damage. I got a 12. They're getting in. Let's cast Experimental Augury. Take the plan. I just need 1 more. 1 more Infect. Okay. Can we get there? I'm going to see 3 cards. They have 7 damage, 8 damage. So I get 4 cards, I guess. Yes. I can't believe we took down Spy. That's amazing. All right. Have all my lands. Contentious plan. Put you to 8. Steady progress. You go to 9. Combo time. Kapow. We got the 5-0 with Poison Storm. Amazing. So the thing that I think was the improvement in the deck was I leaned into my strengths while also playing something that other people have shown to be good, in that being here. Let's go back to the deck. This one, I think. People have been playing a lot of Manamorphose, and it ended up being very strong in that Manamorphose allowed us to filter here. It gave us more storm count. It also kind of increased the card draw in the deck versus playing something like the Lotus Petals. So +4, making our deck a little bit thinner was good. Breath Weapon seemed okay. The Bring the Ending as only 4 counterspells I'm not happy about, but we don't have enough space to play anything else when we want to play these 4 Hydroblasts. Moment's Peace, I don't think we brought it in, but I'm just shell-shocked because I got the 5-0. Let me know if you're still here, closing it out, #still listening. I will see you in the next video.